just got a box in the mail from an old buddy, and I want to show this stuff to you. ProTech. You've heard me talk about ProTech and what amazing company this is, amazing product. So, old Charlie and I, we go way back. You know, I've toted his stuff and showed his stuff, and I used it in my detailing engine for the 66 Malibu, and I will say it again, especially his spark plug wire is like second to none. But he makes a lot of really cool things, and he just sent me some little test product. I was sitting there saying, you know, I got a lot of ProTech. Don't worry about it. I tote your company, Charlie, because I believe in it. But he sent me some stuff, and I actually didn't have his braided line. I thought I did, and that's something I really want to show you guys, is this braided line. He's got all different sizes, and this stuff is nice. Holy cow. But look at how small. I saw this and I'm like, oh, I need to do some brake lines, some brake hoses on some race cars. That is frickin' teeny. There's the part number right there. But the thing about his braided line, it's got a core through it, so you bend it and it stays round. It doesn't flatten out, which is really awesome. And he actually has this engineered for model car products. He doesn't just buy bulk electrical contracting stuff and all that stuff, because this, if you get some of that that's used for ground wire, it tends to be a little messy. They don't worry about scale. It has a purpose, but this stuff is wound to have great scale to it. And I'm gonna take, let's one that we can look at. Let's look at it. So it's the best on the market. I'm gonna say that right here, and there's a little gauge right there, tells you the part numbers and the sizes and what it's used for and everything. But you gotta get this stuff because it is really, really well made. Super cool. Look at this. This is the way to go. Very easy to work with. Look at how tight it is. Let's get some light on the subject here, people. Look how tight that is. Is that amazing? That's super. That is the, you know what? Let's see. I got some old, what I always talk about, old MSC products. Hold on, right there. So MSC's products, you know, it's a little bit smaller. This is what they did, which was really good, and nobody ever topped it. But I'll tell you what, Charlie topped it. Look at the difference. This is outstanding. This totally looks, it just, I don't know if you can see the coloration. There's like a separate coloration line. Like if you look at real braided line on a hot rod or a race car, that's exactly what it looks like. This stuff's impressive. Ooh, I'm going to be using this from now on. I don't even, yeah, I won't even use up what I got left of MSC. Not knocking them, but they're gone. They did something amazing, brought to our hobby, but Charlie took it the extra mile. That's outstanding. Wow. Holy cow. Just incredible stuff. So, yes, you know what? You can, when you're building your models, you can find stuff and buy it by the, you know, the yards in a spool, and it won't do for you what stuff that's actually produced for model cars does. Look at this here. Sent me a brand new set of blue spark plug wire. I love the spark plug wire he does because it just has, it looks like it's made of the same material as the real stuff. It has that flat, dull look. It's the right size for good old spark plug wire. Outstanding photo etch, and it's not, look at this, these things are awesome. I've got a bunch of these. This is a nice alternative to hood pins. Look at that. It's on a little black rubber pad there, and they just pop right off. No cutting of a sprue. I've used these before. These are great when you don't want to go over the top with the model, but you want to have that nice detail. A lot better than a decal, a lot better than the bulky kit chrome plated plastic crap you put on there. You drop that on your model, and you got a good look. And you could even go farther, drilling right in the middle of it and sticking a little pin through it, and it really has that look. I've done that before with these. It's awesome. He's got little nuts and bolts photo etched. Again, I mean, look at that. If you can see, they're very 3D. It looks like the nut in the washer. And what's really groovy about this is, again, no cutting off the sprue. They're on this black pad. I love that kind of stuff. He has buckles for racing harnesses on all the directions on to cut your ribbon. You get your ribbon. You go over there and look at Chuck's Hobby Spot. He just did a thing about making seat belts on a car, and he talks about going and buying craft ribbon. And you get your craft ribbon, and you get a set of these from Charlie, and I'm telling you, that'll do you really well. These things work really good. I've used them before. I got a ton of them, and now I got another set. You know what? I have a need for this. These are hot rod bezels for you know, street rod gauges and stuff. That's a nice, very, very high quality photo etch. He's got some. This looks like a 3D resin piece, and he has resin pieces and white metal pieces. But this is just a fuel block. Drill into it, and it's a nice diverter for like multiple fuel lines. This was something that I'm really anxious to try out because I like making my own boots that will fit onto the spark plug wire you're using. You usually got to find some wire insulation. Well, he has pre-cut, fits his spark plug wire. You put that on the end of the wire, you got some nice spark plug boots. I'm actually, this right here, I have an idea. Oh, let me show you something on this. If you look at this nail head, it's got beautiful spark plugs sticking out of the head. I've always liked that. And I think these will fit right over those spark plugs and give me that look. I'm going to use these on this 40 that I tossed off the side. Stay over there. There's so much stuff. He's got white metal that he did different size, you know, AN fitting type T's. There's another one there. It's a great option. He has, it looks like turned aluminum hexes right there for fittings. Hex fittings, that's beautiful. He's got many different sizes. He just sent that to show you, so I can show you the quality. That's really, really nice. These are cool. And this is insane. This is 100% insane for insane model building. Turned aluminum. You see what that is? Can you see them? Can you even see them? Turned aluminum valve stems. For the tires, yeah, for the wheels and tires. You know what? I'm going to use these on this 40, I think, because I've done that kind of look, and I just stick a little piece of wire through. But if you look close, if you can really, you probably can't see it, but this has a little cap on it. You could get in there with a little bit of paint and color the cap, or just have it look like an aluminum valve stem sticking out of your wheel on your tire. And then it's got a big spot on the back, so you drill the hole, you put them from behind, and it has a stopper. And those would work really nice. That's just a neat thing. Valve stems, tire valve stems. Good grief. Just a lot of great stuff. Let's see, we got some other things in here, I know. We got the spark plug. Look at these. This is just, what a better way. You know, this is what you do when you get some stuff. You just throw it on your table and you start looking and go crazy. There's some gas caps. Oh, I actually have a use for that. That's cool. The little flip gas cap. It's got all kinds of little bits and pieces. You go onto his website, go check that out. Go on to ProTech's website, and you will find all the neat little items you need. I have been a fan for a long time. I actually used to be a distributor about 11 years ago or so. I went to shows out in the Southwest and sold Charlie's product. I really believed in it, and that's where we had a little bit of a background. And I believe Art Lasky now out here. He is a dealer. Hey, Art, yeah, I'll throw you a bone there. You're going to any of the shows out here in the Southwest, you'll probably see Art selling Charlie's stuff. And if not, you know, you can get it online. He's all over the place. And there's quite a few other YouTubers that are going to be showing off his stuff, like BG. He's already gotten some stuff from Charlie, and show you that real quick. And he's showing some stuff on his channel. Go over there. He's using some of it, and I've already been using it. Go back and take a look at my video on detailing that engine, and you'll see I go blah 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 about ProTech wire and stuff like that. So I'm really, really pleased about this. I don't remember if he had it back in the day when I was selling it. But for some reason, I did not have any of this braided line, and I'm running low of my braided line. I've never found anybody who did braided line good enough to my liking that was anything close to the MSC products. Well, now we have found it. Because I have MSC products. I still have a bunch of it. And you know what? This stuff is just kind of museum level now. They're nice, but you got Charlie doing it. It's just nicer. So, ProTech. I keep saying Charlie. I just know him at a personal level. Sorry, Charlie. I'm going to say the name of your company. But you can tell I'm excited. I'm just blabbing on about it because that's how Luka gets when he's excited about something. He loses his frickin' mind, and I can't handle it. It's good stuff. Like I say, you go onto the website. Here's something. Wow. I got to say, ProTech beat MSE. Somebody finally did. This was the best you could ever get, and when it was gone, it was gone. And you know what? I love my MSE. It brings back memories. You guys who were building models in the 80s, you remember that? Well, you know what? I still have so many of this stuff still packaged, and it's neat to have just hanging on the pegboard. And who knows? Maybe I'll just put it up in Andy's museum when that's all up and running. Because I'm not opening these packages. I don't need them. I got this. This is much better. I can't believe it. Let's look at that one last time. I can't believe. I'm really impressed. You know, I knew it was coming, and I was looking forward to it, and I figured it was really good. He explained to me how he has this made, but it is purpose made, and you can tell. I've never seen anything that nice in a braided line. You are not going to find braided line that nice. Incredible. Can you see that? Can you see the detail in that? I'm overwhelmed. I am really super impressed with that. That is just awesome. All right, well, we're gonna wrap this video up. You've seen the mess I got. I gotta get this all cleared up. I gotta gather up. I gotta get working on that on my 40 Ford. Holy mackerel! Got my Buick nail head halves together. I'm getting ready to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna detail this Buick nail head up with all this neat pink stuff right here. Super stuff. Get onto the website. Order up. You want to do a beautiful detailed model, wiring, all that stuff. I'm telling you, ProTech's the place to go. Especially if you, I'm in awe with that braided line. It's just, nobody does that. Nobody does braided line this good. I'm going to put that out there. The braided line is number one. It is the best. No matter what. No matter what. So, check it out. We'll talk to y'all later. I got to do some auto building. I'm all excited now. This got me all amped up. So, let's throw this up here one last time. And we will see you all in the next video. And you remember, what do we do here? What do? We glue our fingers together. And we cut that styrene. And then we build model cars because they are what? They're fun. And this just makes it funner. Wow, I'm all excited. Okay, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in the next video. And here's the producers.